This is Pip. All right. Let's start things off with a little sassy comments in the chat saying we were taking too long. I didn't think it was that long. We've been live for 7 minutes. This is fine. This is normal. Let's start the fucking show. It may seem that I'm alone, but I'm not here because on the phone I have this man. He could never memorize a line, and that's a fact, but it'll break your heart when you see him act. He's an Oscar nominee to me. Absolutely. This is Pepito Mendoza. Okay, and that should have done. Oh, well, thank you. I was trying to hit the sound effect of the big cheering come on and be like, wow, yeah, Pepito's here. He is. God damn it. Okay, we're already getting mocked in the chat. I don't know if you can see the chat, Pepito, but there's some troll named Soy Teresa in the chat, and she is saying that it was a 7-minute intro and that's too long, but it's really not. We have to give time for everybody to come through and join. We have our big audience of 3 people watching, so I mean, we can't keep them waiting. Did I ask you how you're doing?
No.
Okay, well, okay, hang on. Pepito Mendoza, how are you doing? Pepito Mendoza, how are you doing? Pepito Mendoza, how are you? This is
All
where.
good. It's all
Okay,
good.
okay.
It's all good.
All right. We have. Ooh, we have Derwood Kirby in the chat saying, "Has anybody seen Sean? He owes me money." And actually, uh, believe it or not, there were some technical mishaps, and up until 30 minutes ago, Pepito was going to be here with me live on video, and if that we had to pivot and have Pepito call in on the phone, but if my phone were available right now, I would call Sean because if I remember, his number is 575-270-1640 or 42, something like that. I used to have it memorized so that I could dox him constantly on this show as a running bit, but I cannot recall. Kirby says thank you. Okay. And all right. So Pepito, you say you're doing very good?
Yeah.
No, you're doing so good. Welcome to this show. It is kind of a clusterfuck right now as we pivot and try to get around these technical mishaps, which we're well adapted to. We've kind of made it our thing to adapt on the fly and adjust. And for that reason, we're grateful. But I want to thank you, or I want to welcome you, Pepito, to not only this show, but the first show of Caveman News's first perfect month, month 6.
Okay.
And do you remember what a perfect number is?
2 and 6.
No. A perfect number. A perfect number is any number where the positive numbers that divide into it evenly, if you add all of them up, they equal the number again. So 6 is the first perfect number because the only numbers that divide equally into it are 1, 2, and 3. Add them up and you get 6 again. Pepito.
No.
I don't even know what's going on. Okay, let's skip that. Let's get into it. I just wanted to give a brief welcome to the 6th month of the year, the first perfect month. And in light of it being such, we are going to have our perfect month. We have great shows. And I have here down on my schedule to discuss the full schedule of what we have going later in the show. But I don't know why I wrote down to talk about the perfect numbers right now. That should have been at the end of the show. Whatever. Pepito, you can see the screen even though you're not here present.
Yes, I see screens.
Okay. Uh, would you do me a favor and take a few deep breaths and get situated?
Yes, doing it.
Okay, you're getting centered.
Yes.
Okay. Because you know what day it is? The date?
Saturday.
The date, though. Like,
6.
okay. I'll help you out. It's June 1st. Ah,
Oh.
shit. Okay, there you go. June 1st, 1994. That is that's not the date, but June 1st is the day, and it says here on the screen 1994 because I'm about to take you back that day because there is a comic I would like you to interpret for us. This is Hagar the Horrible from June 1st, 1994. The first panel is Hagar sitting there talking to his kid. In our Viking culture, we respect our elders. And then the second and final panel says, "Understand, kid?" And he seems kind of angry there. And see, at this point, I was going to switch to your close up, Pepito, because you have 1 minute on the clock to tell me why that is funny.
Oh, the 2-panel comic. It's just like a hypocritical role reversal type of thing. So he talks to the kid kind of disrespectfully.
That's the joke?
I don't know. Is there a joke?
I don't know. I think they call these, in my house we called the comics the funnies, and they were supposed to be funny in some way. So I was wondering if there's a joke there and hoping that you would be able to explain that to us.
I think people just like that the guy was disrespectful to the kid. So I guess that's funny.
And that is the root of comedy. Okay, I agree. I think that was great. I think you nailed that. You have completely excelled in your duties as the comic interpreter. And that was the last thing I had before we delved into the topic of the day, which is movies. And Pepito, I'm sure you're well aware, but you sent in a video segment that you pre-recorded on the off chance that you were not going to be able to join. And let's go to that now. This is Pepito's segment.
This is Pepito for Caveman News, reporting poolside here at the fabulous Stevens Inn. In this week's segment, we are going to be taking a small tour through the popular film locations spotted in some movies filmed in Carlsbad and surrounding areas. These rodeo grounds here were used in the 1972 film The Honkers, which was shot in and around Carlsbad, New Mexico. You might recognize it from many scenes used in the film.
Hello, we don't. Go ahead, Bob. Go check the water in the boat. You go on.
Waste Isolation Pilot Plant, also featured in the 2004 documentary Do It for Uncle Graham, a very important documentary that chronicled the development of the atomic industry in New Mexico and its lasting impact on the land and its inhabitants. Caveman News, this
like
being as far as our access is granted. Still, it's a beautiful sight.
Carlsbad, New Mexico, the home of the Waste Isolation Pilot Plant, or WIP, the world's only underground nuclear repository.
The Carlsbad International Airport, which is featured heavily in the very beginning of the 1972 film Gargoyles.
Have you seen that one, Pepito?
You might remember the split in the road.
Yeah.
Never saw it.
And who could forget Uncle Willie's Museum from the movie? This is Pepito. This is the mountain from the movie Bat People, where Dr. John Beck and his wife are picking cactus fruit together.
Wow.
The documentary Al Oeste du Pecos, West of the Pecos, the documentary film by Stefan
Nice
Gull,
pronunciation.
here at the Jesse Ray Road Ranch, which still stands. Small towns surrounding Carlsbad area that are featured in Al Oeste du Pecos.
It used to be called Vado or something? Who? Vo. Okay.
Loving.
You may recognize this
Yeah, that
BNSF
one's for
road
Kirby.
station from the David Bowie movie, The Man Who Fell to Earth. So, this is Pepito for Cayman News. Thank you for coming along with me on this small tour through just a fraction of the many popular film locations in Carlsbad and surrounding areas.
Wow. That was incredible, Pepito. Thank you very much. I haven't seen a lot of those movies, but you saw
I have.
Honker. Have you seen all of them?
Yeah.
What's your favorite out of those?
Do it for Uncle Graham.
What's that one like? You say it was a documentary?
Yeah. About New Mexico. Uranium mining, atomic energy, native.
Soy Teresa in the chat says that Pepito deserves a journalism award. And I concur. I agree.
Thank you. Thank you, Soy Teresa.
Oh, you should have been wearing your Soy Teresa shirt for the stream.
Hell
You're not even
yeah.
on the stream.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Getting the sound
Hell
alert.
yeah.
There we go. Nice. He
I'll
hit
miss
us with a
Kirby.
hell yeah. Yeah, we all miss Kirby. No spoilers, but he might get a shout out at the end of the show tonight. I might have prepared a little something. But
You might have just spoiled it.
what?
You might have just spoiled.
Yeah, I might have given a little spoiler. It happens. It's nothing fancy. It's just a little thing. But I didn't realize you had seen all those movies. I need to catch up. What I did know was that you had seen the movie Honkers, and I wanted to hear your thoughts on that. Can you describe the movie? Like, give us a brief summary of what it's about and your feelings about it.
The description I read once, it said, and it is basically what the movie is. And I feel bad for Carlsbad. But it's about a cowboy who doesn't care about his wife and his son. It just goes off and rodeos.
Okay. I mean, that sounds like a great movie to set in the great land of Carlsbad. I have here I have 2 letters to the editor. Let's see. I think I have them printed out so that I can read them, but I also have them to bring up on the screen. Now, let me see. I need more desk space here. I'm going to hit the button Y. Boom. Okay, here's our first letter to the editor. Editor, yesterday I learned that The Honkers, the movie most of us in Carlsbad have been excited about and pleased that it is being filmed in our town, that this movie is to be an X-rated picture. Frankly, I am heartsick, disgusted, and disillusioned. You know, this is a brief aside from the letter to the editor. This is amazing that even though you're not on screen this episode and I can only hear you, I can still hear that you're taking big sips of your drink. It still comes through very clear. That's amazing. The
I wish
Foley
that
work on
movie
this
was
guy.
X-rated. It would have been way better.
Okay. Well, yeah. Ooh, we got the big. Oh no. The big sip Pepito sound alert is stuck behind my uh screenshot. Okay, there we go. Wow, it's frozen. Okay, it's gone. Okay. Continuing this letter to the editor, it says, "Believe me, there will be a town full of disappointed and unhappy children when they learn that the movie they feel they helped to make by taking part in the rodeo parade or the crowd scenes, they will be unable to see because it's a dirty movie. They will feel cheated, and so do I. As far as I'm concerned, the sooner the movie company finishes filming and leaves town, the better. Please omit my name if you print this letter. Thank you, Carlsbad resident." So why was it so dirty, Kirby? Is that or god damn it. Uh I got Kirby on the brain because he's in the chat here. Uh why was it so dirty, Pepito?
It was. I think it was infidelity,
Oh, that would get an X rating, I'm sure.
but there was no nudity.
There was no fucking at all.
No, just
So that's why you gave it a low rating.
no. Movie just sucks.
It was boring
The
and
Carlsbad
there was
parts
no
are cool.
nudity. Huh?
Like the parade and the downtown scenes are really cool.
Yeah, for sure. Soy Trees in the chat says, "Sounds like they didn't like the name." Do you like the name Honkers? Or is that too X rated for you?
It makes me think of noses.
Of what?
Noses,
Oh, schnozolas.
schnozzers, schnozzles.
Uh, we were talking earlier about old friend David DeSoto, and I don't feel this is doxing him because I doubt he still uses it, but his email used to be schnozola@hotmail.com. And that was that was a great one. Right up there with well, I don't want to dox anybody else. I do too much doxing. That's not polite.
Doxing
We need to do a full doxing episode.
Oh man,
What?
that'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. Okay. Now, I have a second letter to the editor, also about the movie Honkers, because I guess that was a big
Deal.
yeah, I guess it really grabbed the town, grabbed their imaginations. Okay, let's go to this second letter. I'm gonna hit. What is this? See, I wrote this and I wrote it too small for myself. I'm gonna say this is the letter U. Boom. Okay, here we go. Editor. In regard to the letter published in the current Argus, Thursday, May 27th, 1971, concerning the Honkers, the person that wrote the letter stated, "As far as I'm concerned, the sooner the movie company finishes filming and leaves town, the better. That makes me disgusted. The citizens of Carlsbad run around crying and whimpering that Carlsbad is going downhill because there are no business opportunities in town. Then, as soon as one comes in, they complain about it. No matter what kind of business that comes in town, there will be some people that will find fault with it. Exclamation point. If we're going to complain about Carlsbad not having enough business, then we had better shut up about the faults of the businesses that come to town. Incidentally, I'm not ashamed to sign my name to this letter. R.D. McKean, Carlsbad. That that was a tough letter. I don't know. I don't read a ton of letters to the editor. I don't want to front, but I'm not used to hearing somebody called out that hard in a letter to the editor. That was embarrassing. I'd be ashamed if I were the first writer, the one who was ashamed to sign their name to the letter or whatever it was.
Yeah.
What did they think was going to happen? I don't know.
Let's get it.
Let's get what?
Oh, if you don't like it, leave it.
Oh yeah, it's our town. Love it or leave it or whatever. Let's. I'm gonna do a quick check-in with Cobra. All right, he's asleep. This fool sleeps every time we go live. I don't know. It's really. He tries to play innocent, I guess, when he's live here in front of the masses. He doesn't want everybody to know what a freak he is, because he's usually bouncing off the walls. Okay, I have more that I want to get into, but I feel like this would be a good point to get away from my rambling and watch some trailers for movies that were filmed in Carlsbad. Let's see. I can go here and bring this up. How do you pronounce this, Pepito? That's how I was going to pronounce it too.
A Swiss documentary by Stefan Blatt.
That doesn't look like a documentary to me. Actually, hang on.
There's a whole film called The West of the Pecos.
That's what I'm saying. This is... So which one was filmed in Carlsbad? Did I get the wrong trailer? I thought they meant this one was filmed in Carlsbad.
Oh, I see what you did. Oh, I almost did that in my research when I first heard about the movie too. I had to find the documentary. It was on a website, like an artsy website in Swedish, in whatever they speak.
So this is not the one that was filmed in Carlsbad. We have the wrong trailer.
No,
okay.
I had to like skip around too to make sure it was about the Pecos Valley. I was like, is this even about where I think it's about?
Okay, well then I'm gonna skip this one because this is not Carlsbad true. I'm gonna go to our next one. This is a clip from Gene Roddenberry's Genesis 2. Looks like Carlsbad to me.
Looks like what Soy Teresa used to do in the cave.
Yeah. You think that's the cavern's elevator?
Selectamine. Intravenous.
Intravenous. To inject.
Inject an alien substance into his body?
Drug. The drug. Any brain excitement.
Wow.
Drug.
I wonder if I
There
messed
is nothing
up.
like that here.
It sounds like I have the audio doubling, but it sounds awesome this way.
Yeah,
so I ain't
wanna
mad
watch
about
this.
it. Have you seen this one?
No.
I want to see it. Oh, they're in love.
What a dramatic score.
Okay, I'm going to pause that. Okay. What do we have next? We have... Ooh, Jonathan Livingston Seagull. Have you seen that one?
No.
I heard a podcast a week or so ago that was about this one.
180, 190.
What the hell is going on? Okay. Wow. You recognize Carlsbad?
Oh yeah, there's all the people.
All right. Okay. What do I have next here? What the hell is going on? I said pause. What? What are you laughing at?
Why did we watch that?
Because I was filmed in Carlsbad.
Oh yeah, like my segment.
Yeah. No, a lot of it really was filmed at the caverns. I don't know. I didn't understand the trailer, but I remember from the podcast where they discussed that movie. I think it was something where they had like documentary footage of the seagulls and everything, and then they had people voicing over shit, and they like made a little story out of it. That was my understanding. It sounded like a completely demented movie.
Like a Homeward Bound, but with seagulls.
Yeah, from the 70s. Did I throw away all my shit? Hang on, let me check and make sure I didn't throw away anything I need there. Okay, I didn't. Let's go back away from the videos for a moment because I feel as though it's kind of this OBS broadcasting software is kind of messing up. But here's something that I wanted to tell you about Pepito. This movie I only heard about today. Cave of Outlaws. And I love the poster. It looks amazing. And I'm going to read you a synopsis, okay?
Yes.
All right. Thank you for okaying it. Let me just... All right. Soy Teresa in the chat says that I believe she was referring to the Seagull movie, that there was a Key and Peele sketch about that. Did you ever see that one?
No, I never have.
Yeah, me either. Okay, let's go to the Cave of Outlaws synopsis. I should have gotten bigger type on this, but I didn't. Why is my phone all of a sudden flashing? What is going on? Okay, Soy Teresa says that's not what she said, but go off, and I will. I'm just going to go off. There are many things in this world that I don't understand, and I personally don't need to understand them. I'm fine being oblivious. Here we go. In 1890s Arizona teenager Peter Carver and a gang rob a train and head for nearby caves to hide the loot. They followed they are followed by sheriff's posse inside the caves where a gunfight kills everyone except for Peter, who surrenders to the sheriff. Despite being beaten, Pete refuses to tell where the loot is and he's sent to prison. After his release, he returns to the town located nearby the caves. Since the train robbery, the caves have become a legend for many who still hope to find the hidden gold. By venturing inside the dangerous caves, some even paid with their lives. When Pete arrives in town, people know he's back for the loot. They're nice to him, offering their goods and services to Peter on credit, hoping to share in the loot. One such person is local beauty Elizabeth Treat, whose husband disappeared in the caves some time ago while searching for the loot. Another person is Wells Fargo detective Dobbs, who's following Pete to retrieve the stolen gold. That sounds badass. I mean, despite my reading, there were some mess ups there. Yeah. Soy Teresa says Chunky Click. I say we do a remake of that movie and cast the Chunky Click type to be the Wells Fargo detective.
Hell yeah.
Who would you cast as the main fool?
Bob Forrest.
I mean, like an actor, though.
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland. Wow. Okay.
That guy.
Let's say 2026. Caveman News comes out with our first movie, The Cave of Outlaws, a remake starring Tom Holland. I am into it. I think that could be great. There's another thing I want to get to, but I forgot. Did you ever see that movie Journey to the Center of the Earth?
No, I have not. Maybe.
That's one of my first memories of hearing about films that were filmed in the Carlsbad area is my grandfather telling me a story about the filming of that movie down in the caverns, the Journey to the Center of the Earth. And I asked him to see, my grandpa's like me. He loves to retell the same stories over and over again. So I texted him and I asked him to tell me the story about the filming of that movie. And this is what he said. I knew they were filming Journey to the Center of the Earth, partially, at White's City. I was folding towels at the counter. He worked at the swimming pool there in White City. And suddenly, Pat Boone was standing there. He was hot stuff at the time as a singer, not an actor. I was dating Grandma Jane, and she adored him, as most Bobby Soxers did. I fumbled around and got his autograph to her! Exclamation point. I was her hero. The movie was well made for the time. Maybe 1957. I don't know. I love that story about Pat Boone in White City and my grandma the Bobby Soxer. That's very touching. Do you agree? Oh shit, hang on. Pepito's not even there. Hang on. Hold on, Pepito. Hello? Why are you all of a sudden? What happened? Did I hang up on you? You got that bad side of carlsbad technology going on. It's crazy.
Dude, this thing is now functioning like crazy.
Okay, Soy Teresa hit the technical issues drop and she hit the old outdated one, which, if you think about it, she has been told that there is a better one, and it's kind of a malfunction on her part for missing that. Why are you not able to connect to the speaker? What is happening? Yeah, it could be, but I'm gonna power back on. Let's just see. Okay. All right. Can you hear me now, Pepito? Hello? Pepito, are you there? Okay. You're gone. All right. No troubles. Maybe his phone hung up again. I have no idea. I see some action. Yeah. Uh, Kirby says, "Does Pepito live in Happy Valley?" Jeez, the way this guy's internet is, I would not be surprised. I think he may be living in Happy Valley. Let's go now to the next thing I have slated. What? Okay, golly, this is always time always flies when we're doing this. There's so much to get to. The next thing I wanted to talk about is a movie I just learned about, Winged Death. Here we go. Another filming permit was canceled the following month, and I believe the following month was 1972 they were talking about. So I think it was June 1972. It says, hang on. Where are we hearing Pepito coming from? Pepito is somehow still on the phone, but not coming out the speaker. Oh, Pepito. Can you hear me? What the hell? I never hung up. What the This is a catastrophe. Yeah, for some reason you don't come out of my speaker, but I guess I'm just gonna hold my phone up to the mic. And hey, this is
Dude,
the
this thing is
future.
now functioning like crazy.
Okay, now somebody hit the hit the correct one. Golly.
No, Soy Teresa. Not tonight. Not us.
Oh, now when it's your technical mess ups, which I am counting.
Yours too.
I'm counting this one as your mess up because I want to.
Kirby to come over to my pad and hang out.
Over in Happy Valley.
Do some IT.
Exactly.
Sparkling drinks. That are not alcoholic.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's move on. Here we go. We're talking 1972. Another filming permit was canceled the following month for portions of a movie to be filmed in the area, Winged Death. Filming never got underway because, according to available reports, the company did not modify objectionable portions of the script. Listed as objectionable were scenes depicting rabid bats biting humans and other horror scenes. There are also nude scenes proposed in the script. Where do you rate that on a scale of cool as hell?
Like a 20.
Yeah, me too. I really want to watch that. I looked for I googled Winged to Death IMDb, and I couldn't find that one ever came out. So maybe that with the uh God, I already forgot the Cave of Outlaws, starring Tom Holland. That should be our next. When Caveman is when we really get underway and we start uh finding our groove and we expand into film production. This is another one that we could really sink our teeth into. Okay. I think so. Um so there's that. Now
All these great movies that never got made.
I got one more movie that was filmed locally, or I think it was. I don't know. I can't remember now. The files for the caverns have still photos showing a cowboy movie scene in the King's Palace area. The title is not known, but some believe the stills have been part of the movie Haunted Underworld, which was filmed in the caverns in June 1929. That sounds amazing to me.
Cool title.
The Haunted Underworld, filmed in the King's Palace? Golly. What do you think? Pitch me what the plot would be.
Oh, let's see. There's a bunch of dead miners down there.
They're mining in the cave?
Yeah, they were exploring it, and then they died. So their spirits haunted. It's the underworld of haunted miners.
Okay, I'll give you $1 million budget. That's it, not $1 more. That's as high as I can go.
I can do it all on my phone.
I know you got your new editing capabilities, as you have shown here to everybody. Let's watch.
The masses.
Let's watch. I have 3 more trailers. Are you up for that?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what button do I hit to go to my trailers? That one. See how effective that was? Here is Bat People from 1974. Hang on. We have some action over here. I think the guy found a bug. Now this is what I've been waiting for. This is why we have the Cobra camera. I love to watch him hunt.
Oh,
what a guy. He's protecting the household. Okay. Let's go. All right. I just had to do a check-in. I saw him springing to life. This is the Bat People from 1974.
Listen. Is that the wind? Or an unseen thing that science says could not happen, but does?
Damn.
It lives by night. It matters not what you dream, nor how long you pray, nor how loud you scream. It lives by night. It lives by night. It lives by night.
There's been one or two things that have been bothering me.
So you say you've seen this one?
Murder.
Oh. You were just okay. Yeah. All right.
Pretending to have.
Hey, don't admit that. All right. We gotta keep the kayfabe going. Cobra over here is going wild. He's a madman. So yeah, you have seen it. You just forgot. Okay. Let's. Okay. Sorry, I'm so distracted by Cobra. This looks so fucking. Yeah. God, there's chocolate flake.
It lives by night.
Carlsbad people. Okay. I also want to point out really quick before we continue that there was no doubling in that. I thought I had the audio messed up and we were getting audio doubling. Remember earlier when we saw the Gene Roddenberry Genesis 2 trailer?
Yes.
But it seems like we aren't having any audio doubling. So that was built into the video. So that's awesome. It sounded cool as hell. I thought that was our mess up, but no, it's just Gene Roddenberry going off.
Drugs.
Yeah, maybe. You never know. All right, this is the last trailer I have. This is Earth versus the Spider. There's a ton of. Let's do this really quick. There are a ton of. Like, there were many different names for this movie. I have it set as the background here. Let me see if I can squint and figure out where the background is. Okay, it's this one. Now, can I resize it so we can zoom out and see the full... Oh, it looks so cool.
Brutal.
50 tons of creeping black horror. For your Halloween fun, at the Baseline Drive-In, see the spider. Wow. Look at her. What a babe. Who's texting me? I forgot I have my do not disturb. Okay. Was that you getting a text? Whatever. Who cares? All right. Let's go back to finish this. I just wanted to zoom in there on the babe. I like her. She's everything to me. This is... Thank you, Pepito. This is our final trailer.
What's that noise?
Spiders. I told them to bring me one, and I'd believe it.
I can't say I blame you, Sheriff.
But Flynn is still missing.
Deep into caverns whose very air is putrefied by the stench of death. They search ceaselessly for a missing man, or possibly a giant spider no one really believes exists, except the high school teacher who knows his science and his students.
He knows his science.
There'll be more giant spiders coming into the world. They may even be hatching from their eggs in some remote spot right now.
Chunky click.
Do you realize how easy it would be for them to overcome us humans?
A horrifying spectacle. Its existence shocks and fascinates the world of science. Its gigantic claws capable of crushing a man or tearing a woman apart as if she were a fly. But nothing sends the cats like the presence of out-of-this-world horror. A heart-stopping experience that defies man's imagination, that shrinks every woman's skin with the tension of terrifying withdrawal, as if 1,000 spiders were taking possession of her body. You'll never believe it until you see it. You'll never forget the touch of the spider.
Oh, okay. I guess that cut off there. That was the last trailer that I had. Wait, what is this? No, I have one more trailer. Here we go. This is King Solomon's Mines from 1950. Here we go.
Into the strange and wild interior of darkest Africa, Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer sent a motion picture company on safari. Here in its original setting, where no white woman had ever been before, was filmed the story of primitive savagery, of incredible danger. You'll thrill to the magnificent love story of the flaming redhead and the handsome jungle adventurers, as together they fight their hazardous way through a vast land of mystery and excitement in their relentless quest for the fabulous fortune that rests in King Solomon's mines.
My knowledge, no white man has been near the Carolinas for 5 years. Nowadays, they're feared as much by the natives as they are by the whites. We're going to have trouble getting our own.
How long will it take us to get there?
Weeks?
Shit's
I don't know. I've never
racist.
taken a woman on safari with me before.
Have I been a handicap?
The fun hasn't started yet.
When it does, I'm sure we'll all enjoy it.
Hang on, what?
What do you think you're doing? You had no intention of letting us leave this place alive. You're going to get us out of here before those fellows outside start warming up and carrying out your orders.
So where in Carlsbad do you think that is? It's the living desert. I said. Ooh, there. That's battle canoes. Take out the George Washington. He's gonna protect that redhead, that fiery fire hair. I didn't mean to call her redhead. That's minimizing. Wow. Okay, I don't want that to happen. Okay. Yeah, the only other I tried to find a trailer for Honkers, Pepito's favorite X-rated movie, but it the only thing available is watching the entire movie. And I was going to say let's drop in and just pick a random moment in the film and watch a few minutes of it. But I'm looking at the clock here and we've been going just about an hour. So
Yay.
maybe we should cut things off for now because I do have a few things I wanted to get to in closing. I I asked you to get a Sharpie and a piece of paper, correct?
Yes, I have it.
See, my idea was you were going to write down the schedule for the perfect month here, and that way we could let everybody know what the Caveman News shows are for the rest of the month. But now nobody can see it because you're on the phone. But why don't you write down the schedule anyway, and then you can send me a picture of it to put on the website, which is cavemannews.com. Are you amenable to that? We have so much lined up. I'm just going to read what the coming Caveman News episodes are, because we also have the Leopard Lounge show and the Ghost of Clown School shows, but I'm not going to get into those. This is the first of the month, June 1st. This was episode 24, movies, and it was a success. Don't you agree, Papito?
Yes, it was.
All right. The next thing for you to write down for the schedule is June 9th, episode 25. The topic is going to be unsolved mysteries. Got it?
Yes.
June 15th, Caveman News, episode 26. The topic is going to be Little Phoenix. And we have to give a shout out there to the repeat guest on this show, Brittany, who clued us into Little Phoenix. That was a part of Carlsbad history that I had no clue about. And just from the reading I've done so far, I can see how we can make a good episode out of that topic. That's going to be a good one. And this one, I discussed this schedule with you, Pepito, and I laid it all out for you so you could see what we're doing this month. And I sent it to you, but I had episode 27 blank because I didn't know what the topic would be. But here it is, the official announcement, June 22nd, episode 27. Our topic will be monster trucks. You excited about that one? Well, see, now I'm glad that we don't have you on video, because I was thinking I was going to lay out that we're going to talk about monster trucks, and I thought I'm not going to tell Pepito beforehand because I'll spring it on him in the moment, and he's going to be so excited, and we're going to see it all across his face. But I'm seeing that you're not impressed. Here in the chat, Kirby says, "Oh my gosh, I'm so pumped," because he's a man who gets the appeal of monster trucks.
Thinking about all the research.
Yeah, absolutely. There's you're gonna make a sick beat for the monster trucks. I just know it. And then we're gonna close things out. I was rambling earlier about perfect numbers. This is month 6. 6 is the first perfect number. That's why this is the perfect month. That's why we're doing all our big topics, all our greatest stuff this month. And the second perfect number is 28. So, on June 29th, we will have episode 28, which will be our second perfect episode. There will be no mistakes, and it'll be a show all about perfection. Are you prepared for that? Absolutely. You have a few weeks to get everything perfect. We're going to have no malfunctions. Everything's going to be great. And I am looking forward to that. Let's see. Okay. I guess that's all the plugging we should do for now. I will just say that on June 4th, our coming Tuesday, we're going to have the Leopard Lounge episode 2 coming up. I will make a trailer for that or a flyer or something and let everybody know what time to tune in. But I'm excited for more Leopard Lounge. Kirby says, my girlfriend loves your show, FYI. Which, that's great to hear. Let's close things out. I do want to say we now have the website, cavemannews.com. Kirby helped us getting that functioning with the live video player, which I'm very excited about. We're going to be doing some updates. I'm going to be up all night tonight and preparing the page for this episode. Get you all the clips and stuff for your further research. If any of this interested you, I'm excited about it. And the shout out I wanted to give to Kirby as we close things out is we're going to close things by playing the beat Pepito made for this episode, the movie beat. That's going to close us out, and we're going to roll our new credits over that beat. Pepito, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you for having me again.
Well, thanks for calling in.
Next time.
Coming soon to a theater near you. Now, a motion picture so grand, so magnificent, so vast, is putting history at their fingertips, and they're making a big impression.
Welcome to Caveman News.
Adventure of all time. Years in the making. It's time to get even.
They're as brilliant as they are ruthless.
Welcome.
In a world without gas.
Elon Musk.
I'm gravely disappointed that you wish to take the gasoline out of the wasteland.
Defend the fuel.
Give me the power, the gasoline, the whole compound.
This is a land that prays for a hero.
Happy trails.